It seemed like don't nobody want to work no more. Every time I go.
Hey, beautiful people, it's your unapologetic leadership coach, and I needed to go ahead and step on in and have a conversation about this one. Bruh. I'm so tired of the narrative that the Gen Z generation is entitled and they lazy and they don't want to work. No, they're fine. They will work, but they want incentives to incentivize their work productivity. You're not going to pay them. Do you know on average, when you graduate from college your first year, you make $50,000 a year? And I get it. There's some people going, $50,000 a year back in my day. We ain't in your day. Do you know that milk costs a whole lot of money? Do you know that we ain't nothing for free? Water ain't free. Everything that used to be back in your day ain't in this day. So you can't be mad at a Gen Zer that want to make more than $50,000 a year. You want to know why? Because on average, they pay $26,000 a year for their degree. By the time they graduate, that's about $104,000. So you want to come make me make $50,000 a year, $50,000 a year, and I'm $100,000 in the hole from going to college. And I hear all out there going, well, their parents should have paid for their college so that they could have came out on time. Everybody ain't got it like that, okay? People like me had to pay for my own bachelor's and I had to pay for my own master's. Oh, yeah. And by the way, a master's degree on average is about $36,000 a year. So if it's a 2-year program, you looking at anywhere between, $36,000. You looking at $70,000 for a master's. So I done paid $100,000 for a bachelor's. I done paid $70,000 for a master's. So I'm almost $200,000 in debt. And you want to start me out at $50,000? What am I going to do with that? What am I going to do with that? And let's talk about the minimums and prefers. When's the last time you looked up a job posting? They got like 10 minimums, 10 prefers. They want you to have this much years of experience or this much time of college. And so they're not allowing me to come through the door without college to be able to even make a decent amount of $50,000 a year, because they rather to pay me $36,000 a year with no degree. They'll pay me $50,000 with the degree, but I had to pay $100,000 to get the goddamn degree. Make it make sense. That is the reason why they not accepting your little low budget, what you consider dangling fruit. They don't want it. They don't want it because they deserve more, and rightfully so. Our generation, the millenniums, the boomers, we came in, did a good job, work hard because that's what we were told to do. This new generation has technology at their fingertips and they know what they worth. They know what they can make. They know what's out there. Now I can live in Michigan and work all the way in Seattle if I want to. Times have changed. Organizations gonna have to do something different. Your answer to that is, oh, you can work overtime to make extra money. Nope. They want work-life balance also. Like, I don't want to just work. I want to have work and fun. I want to have work-life balance. I want to be able to focus on my mental health. I can't focus on my mental health if I'm working 60 hours a week. No, this generation isn't lazy. They're not entitled. They're smart. They want what they want, and they deserve it, because you cannot live off of $50,000 a year. No one can. Let's run down some more numbers for we, shall we? On average, a car note is $550 a month for a new car and $360 for a used car. Rent on average, if you want to stay somewhere that ain't got roaches and a bunch of other nonsense, is going to run you about $1,400. When it's time to start repaying back them student loans, that's about $400 too. And again, this is all on average. So you're looking at $2,100, like $2,160. So almost $2,200 a month to live. Now, do you know what $50,000 adds out to be? $50,000 a year comes out to, once you subtract taxes, which can range anywhere between 20 to 30%. I went on a higher range of 30%. You bring it home $2,916 a month. I just gave you 3 things: car note, student loans, and your rent is $2,160. So you want these kids to live off of $700 a month? Where, Sway? They're not entitled. They're not wanting to work. They want to work. They just want to work and still be able to eat and live. They don't want to work to eat only. Like, okay, I get you got to eat, you got to work to eat, but they only working to eat, period. They ain't be able to do nothing else. And that's not what they about. They want mental health. They want to live. They want to enjoy life. They want to have work-life balance, and organizations going to have to figure out a way to do it. Like, how about we, instead of giving tuition assistance or reimbursement, why don't we do tuition assistance where you pay back their student loans? How about that? How about you consider paying them differently? Have you ever considered having a daily pay instead of paying people every 2 weeks? Because, hey, if I'm getting paid every day, that's more of an incentive for me to come up in this boy every day than having to come up in this boy and wait 2 weeks to be able to get paid. Y'all gonna have to get creative. Organizations are going to have to get creative in order to retain this new talent, because they ain't with it. And I am an advocate for it. I love it. I appreciate it. And I appreciate it for my children. I want them to be able to have a company that values them, respects them, and appreciates them from the minute they walk in the door. Not after I put in 10, 15 years. And all of a sudden you like, oh, okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and pay you what you worth. No, pay me what I'm worth from the beginning. You the one made me go get this degree in order to get this dang job. So pay me.